Liturgy. We are live on YouTube and we are live on Instagram. The candle's been lit. The candle that is a symbol of love, hope, the presence of God, and prayer. For some of us, this weekend has been a time that's been filled with spiritual regeneration and renewal, fellowship, enjoyable times, rest, relaxation. For others, this has been a weekend that's been heavy, lots of work, lots of critical self-evaluation. For some, a refuge in church and other spiritual locations. And for some, that refuge, or at least what's supposed to be that refuge, has not felt safe. Regardless of how your weekend has gone, you are welcome here. You are welcome to respond to the videos with your prayer requests and to join us as we take a moment or two to stop, to reflect, and to center ourselves not in the stuff that causes pain and distracts us from who we are in God's eyes, but to help us see clearly who we are in God's eyes. God, remind us you are always with us. Remind us that you are with us from Bethlehem to Calvary. You are with us from Egypt to the Promised Land. You are with us from Calvary to the coming down of the New Jerusalem. Continue to support us and give us direction in life. Praise you, God, as you function like a warm blanket, warming our hearts and our souls until the fears start to disappear. Warming our hearts and souls until we feel like we can maybe stop crying for a moment and just relax, knowing that we are safe and loved in God's arms. The psalm is Psalm 46:1. God is our mighty fortress, always ready to help in times of trouble. Scrolling down to where the prayers start, we're doing a prayer of affirmation, which means we are focusing on how God sees us, not on how we see ourselves. I will read a sentence in the prayer and allow you 5 to 10 seconds to repeat that sentence either out loud to yourself in your mind or just to reflect on the words and the meaning. And then we will move on to the next sentence. The prayers are short, usually 4 or 5 sentences long, and then we close. Today in our prayers, we focus on the talents and gifts that God has given us. Starting our prayer. I am blessed to have gifts and talents. I will treasure and not put down my gifts and talents. God, affirm your love for me. Heal the aching parts of my mind, my body, and my soul. And for those who've joined tonight in prayer, who felt that they had serious needs they wanted to pray about, but didn't have the words, we're going to conclude our time of prayer with a prayer that's given people words when they had no words whatsoever to describe what they needed, what they wanted, or what was going on. The challenges were just that great. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. When we started by lighting a candle, representing love, hope, prayer, the presence of God, and community. While our formal time of prayer and community is over, love, hope, the presence of God continues in our lives and reaches out through us to touch others. Thank you for joining. I wish you a very good night.